Okay, I have a serious question, and I think about it all the time. What's gonna happen when nobody does medicine anymore? And hear me out why. I think back about what it took me to get to the position I'm in. So I did 4 years of college. I had a scholarship, but for a lot of people, they don't. It's a lot of money. Then on top of that, you have to pay to take the MCAT. You have to pay to apply to medical school to maybe get in. Best case scenario, you get in. Worst case scenario, you don't get in. You pay again to take the MCAT. You pay again to reapply. Let's say you get in on the second time. A lot of people don't get in for 2-3 times, and that's honestly considered normal. Then once you get in, you pay throughout medical school. That's pretty expensive depending on where you go. Regardless, it's money. Then throughout medical school, you have to pay for your board exams, your step 1 and your step 2. That's like $800 each time you pay. And then you have to pay to apply to residency. Applying to residency costs me, I think it was like $3,000 or something like that. Then once you get into residency, you're making minimum wage because you work 80 hours a week. Obviously, anyone who goes into medicine isn't going into it for the money and isn't really going into it with the expectation of work-life balance either, because it's really not possible. My first year of residency, I really struggled to balance spending time with anyone outside of work because I was just so exhausted, like I couldn't even stay awake. Now I feel like my body is used to running off of honestly like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and I can just like get up and I want to seize the day. Now I've always gone into residency with the understanding of delayed gratification. 1, because I love what I do. 2, because I know that this phase of working 80 hours a week is only temporary for a couple years. And then 3, I know that I will make more money than I'm making now. I feel like within our generation, we've seen things change where you can build a career and you can do all these things and make money a lot quicker than anything that requires you to work this hard for this long and really trust the delayed gratification process. That also being said, a lot of the way that things are done in medicine are archaic and completely need to change. I mean, residents are called residents because we're basically residents of the hospital and we spend more time at work than we do at home. There's no other job in the world that is considered normal. So I'm honestly convinced in like this next generation of kids in the next 30 years, we're not going to have doctors. Also, people are leaving healthcare at a rapid rate. So what are we going to do when we're older? What are our kids going to do when our kids are having babies? Like, who's going to deliver their babies? I think about that all the time. I feel like other people in healthcare will totally understand what I'm talking about, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just curious. What are y'all thoughts? What's the world going to look like in the next 30 years?